Just wanted to do a quick video to show you a little screw up I had. I had some inconsistency in my rifle shooting. This is my Savage 10 FP. It's a very precision rifle, but I found some inconsistencies in it, and I've been chasing them. And I found them, I know what they are now, and I wanted to show you because when I know something, I want you to know something. So let me explain exactly what was happening here. Okay, I kind of screwed up. I threw away all my paper targets that I had my data on, trying to figure out what was going on, but I did have some steel left. And what I want to show you is this piece of steel. Normally this rifle groups right dead center when I'm shooting off the bipod. And when I'm shooting off the rest, I'm getting results like this and like this. And well, just so you know how big these are, this plate's an 8-inch steel plate, and my grouping here, I got 4 hits here. Don't worry about left, right, it was a windy day. And I got 4 hits right down here. And these are about 1-inch grouping, top to bottom, up and down. Like I said, don't worry about left and right stringing because of the wind. So this rifle shoots about 1-inch group at 300 yards. That's pretty good. That's like a third of an MOA at 300 yards. And this is a 223 shooting the cheapest possible 55 grain bullets. But the problem is the shift. And I'm going to show you what caused this shift. I've had some inconsistencies in this rifle before, and it's made me crazy. And I finally sat down and I finally found the answer, and I'm going to show it to you right now. What causes these 3 groups? Okay, let's look at the 3 scenarios. First of all, when it shoots high, dead center, that's when the rifle is on the bipod. When it shoots the next group down in the center, that's when the rifle is on the shooting rest right up against the bipod mount. And when it shoots right off the edge of the plate, that's when the rifle is positioned kind of on its center of balance right here on the rest. So those are the 3 scenarios, but why is this happening? What difference does this make? They're all on the stock. They're not touching the barrel. But why is this happening? And I'm going to show you why. Okay, I keep trying to film this so it's easy for you to see. I'm actually going to take a Sharpie and I'm going to make a mark here. So it's on the gun barrel and on the stock. And let's see if this helps. Okay, right now we have the shooting rest under the bipod mount. So this would simulate pretty much when we're using the bipod. And I'm going to apply a light pressure to the front of the barrel and see if you can see a shift there between the 2 lines. Okay, that's pretty significant. I thought, well, we have to put into a category what's significant and what isn't. Okay, now I'm going to move the rest back behind the bipod mount, and I'll apply a pressure again. I hope you can see it, but it's less, but it's still there. And now I'll move the bipod, or the rest, back to almost the center balance point, and we'll look at them again, and I'll apply the same pressure to the barrel, and there is almost no shift. A little bit, but almost none compared to the other places. So this is the 3 differences between where the gun is rested, all the way to the front of the stock or towards the back. So I guess the question is, what did all this mean? Well, what it meant was because of the springboard effect on the stock, if you were shooting a great distance, when the gun recoils, it's able to lift easier because of the springboard effect if you're on the front of the stock, and cause it to shoot higher on the target. Now, it's not very much. A lot of people would be happy being able to hit an 8-inch plate at 300 yards. And I'm whining about where it's hitting. But this gun here, its purpose is to do headshots on coyotes at 300 yards. And I can't have that. I guess if I always shot from the bipod, or always shot with the rest at the right place on the gun, I guess it would be okay. But I can't stand that kind of inconsistency. So because of the springboard effect here, when the gun recoils and the rest is out here, it's very little pressure to get the gun to rise a little bit, to get the barrel to rise. When I'm back here farther, it takes a lot more pressure to get the barrel to rise. So let's say this makes a 4/1000th of an inch difference on where you're seeing here on the scope to the barrel. Just 4/1000ths when the gun starts to recoil and the bullet hasn't quite left the barrel yet. Well, if I'm saying 300 yards, that's 900 feet. Let's just round it off to 1,000 feet, just to make it easy. If this causes, let's say, a 4/1000th of an inch difference at 1,000 feet, it would be 4 inches. And that's about what we're seeing. So anyway, the fault is in the stock. It's not in the rifle or the scope or anything, which I've been chasing. And I have another stock on order. It's not that expensive of a stock change. It's about 150 bucks. This is a Savage 10 FP. I bought this. This was the lowest price they had. And I knew the stock was iffy. People told me it's just a transit stock just to ship it. But hey, you know, I can't say that exactly. I mean, it's been a good stock and everything. But anyway, it's not the highest price stock. That's how they kept the price of the rifle down, by putting a very low price stock on, knowing that you would probably throw it away later and put a better stock on it. Anyway, it's getting really hot in the garage here in Arizona, but I hope you learned something by this. I just did this movie because this is something I've been chasing, and maybe you've been chasing a ghost like this too, where your rifle shoots inconsistently. So look at your stock, make sure it's not a stock problem. Of course, look at your scope and all the other normal things that you would look at. But getting really hot here. Anyway, hope this helped. I don't fault Savage for this. I have another friend who bought a 10 FP and he paid more than me, but he got the Accu stock, which is an excellent stiff stock. So anyway, I hope you learned something. I know I learned something. I just wanted to pass it on to you. I'm going to take a couple of close-ups of the barrel and the stock, and I'm just going to squeeze them so you can see how mushy they are. All right, bye. Okay, here we go. Yeah, that's pretty weak up in the front.
And at the half past 4 I'm shifting.